It's time for EdTech Monday.
Hello there, my name is Oluwatobi Fasami, and on EdTech Monday's Nigeria show, we've been having conversations around digital learning partnerships. Today, we are out in two schools, Pasili School for the Blind and Modupe Cole Memorial School, to have conversations around technology adoption and usage for learners with special needs. Watch EdTech Monday shows to catch up on this conversation.
Technology has really helped us in bringing out the ability in our children, because basically we know that we are in the 21st century in our country, and everything we do now in the country is basically on technology. So for our classroom and for the learning in the classroom, the use of the TV, the sound system, and other gadgets have been able to bring out the skills in our children, because we believe what our children sees grab easily when they are learning. So while we teach them in the classroom, we make sure that we have some educative CDs, educative videos, educative music, that when our children listen to it, it brings out the joy, the happiness in them. Because before you can teach a child with special needs, you need to catch her attention, make sure that she's ready to learn, make sure that the environment is conducive for her to learn, and make sure that everything you're going to use in teaching and learning is accessible for the child in your environment.
So I allow them to use Mavis Beacon to learn how to type, as in their typing speed. So from there, if they learn early, like some of them learn quick, while some learn very slow, but at least we are able to achieve.
Technology has really helped the children with special needs, like the School for the Blind. Our children, visually impaired children, it has really helped them to develop more in their learning, to grow in their learning.
A child who enters the school without having a knowledge of what a technology is all about, and before he or she graduated from the school, started operating on the computer, knowing some of the devices about computers, doing some work that they are not able to do with their system. Now, aside from just using the computer, using the JAWS in the computer, there are other devices also we can also input. And the students can tell us more about it, because part of the things they learned in the school, like NVDA. That's another one. That's also screen readers for those of our children that have passed through here, and they are all in universities and others making use of those ones. And what about the mobility, the training? That's part of the help of the technology that has helped dog guide. So there are so many other things that we can keep pointing out that technologies has helped the children to achieve.
First of all, our children here, they don't see. Some of them are totally blind, while some are partially sighted. And most technologies they use are very expensive to start with. They use laptop, very, very important, or desktop, which after getting the desktop, we have to get another app called JAWS that talks. So that when they give any command, the laptop or the desktop will tell them what they have told the laptop to do, since they don't see. And then they also need a headphone too, so that when they are learning with the desktop or the laptop, they don't disturb the other person beside or in the same classroom. So, and the headphone and the laptop, which we are using currently, has also helped them. For example, whenever we are preparing for a spelling bee competition, or even when we are not preparing for it, those things I mentioned help them to learn their spellings, and their pronunciation. Also, their pronunciations has also helped them to pronounce things more correctly. They have time. Each class has a particular time to go to the library, and then they do that using that. Also, even in their computer, and they also have computer too, computer lab, where they teach them, because you have to first of all teach them how to operate computers so that before they'll be able to know how to manipulate whatever they want to do. So it has also helped to reduce the workload for the teacher to sit down all the time teaching them how to spell one or two things. So we made them their own private time. They stay either in the library or even in the computer room to learn all those. So it has eased a little bit of the stress of what the teachers go through.
In terms of other intellectual disabilities, like children with intellectual disability, autism, Down syndrome, learning disability, and other special needs condition. Those are the kind of children we have here in Motokweko. But with the facilities and technologies that we have around, it's easy for our children to be able to access them. Because basically before we have a computer room, our children are always used to trying to handle of handphones, like trying to look at how the phone is being used, what you are using the phone to do. And we noticed that through that, many of them have started learning how to make use of photography, because it was through our phone we're able to detect those who can handle things carefully and those who can make use of other gadgets around them.
We also use bricks, just like my colleague said. We have toys, bricks that they use so that they can coordinate their muscles. We have this toy laptop that they play games on it. And if we can have access to tab for them, for their age, because you know they have intellectual disability. So if we have access to toys, pad, it can also help them.
So it helps them to know whatever they are typing, whatever they type on their computer. It tells them, and what if they make any mistake, they try to type something that is not intended to type. They are not intended to type. It will tell them, and they quickly know that, oh, they make a mistake, so they can quickly correct themselves.
We use apps, but they are educative apps, which we have already downloaded on the flash. We send to classes so everybody can learn.
The materials, the instruments are not always enough, because our children are 150 in number, and to get that number of equipment or material is difficult. So most times they take turns to go to the library or to the computer lab, and by the time they continue to take, and the time also is not even also there, a laptop or a desktop and the headphone to work with, all of them can go in at the same time so that they'll be able to meet up with the time.
For speech production, the rhymes helps them. For coordination of their muscles, bricks, and playing of piano, the toy, you know, the ones little kids use. And we need more of flutes as well. It helps them in speech production. So when we give them bubbles to blow, some of them cannot pronounce, they can't produce the sound. So I think we need the bubbles. If frequent training will help them.
It's time for EdTech Monday.